Hello guys, welcome back to class. In this session, we'll continue the two-dimensional arrays. In the previous session, we have seen how to create two-dimensional arrays and internally how the memory representation happening. We're seeing some labs also, right? We'll continue that. Right. 234 is the last lab we are done, right? This lab is using, we have a 2D array declared. It's a 3x3 array, right? In this, how many two-dimensional arrays are created? How many two-dimensional arrays are created? In this line, how many 2D arrays are there? Only one 2D array is there. How many 1D arrays are there? 3 1D arrays. How many elements in 1D array? Elements in 1D array. 3. Elements, total elements you can store in this 2D array. Total elements in 2D array is a 9 elements. Right. So in this example, created a 2D array. This is the first array, first 1D array, right? This is the first 1D array assigned. The error of 0 is the first 1D array. Assign the elements. Error of 1 is the second 1D array. Assigned elements to second 1D array. Error of 2 is the third 1D array. Assign the elements. So now we printed the elements. We have used 2 for loops. Why 2 for loops? The inner for loop, if you take, what is the need of inner for loop, guys? What's the need of inner for loop? What is the need of inner for loop? Inner for loop is, why you are not answering? Why no answer? Inner for loop is to access, this is to access 1D arrays. This is to access 1D arrays. Inner for loop is to access 1D array. What are the 1D arrays we have? Error of 0 is containing one 1D array. Error of 1 contains another 1D array. Error of 2 contains another 1D array. So here if you see error of I dot length, I means the 0. Error of 0 dot length means first 1D array. Again I1, error of 1 dot length means second 1D array. Error of 2 dot length means third 1D array. So I is fixed, J is changing. So printing 1 with I0 means first 1D array you are getting. With that you are printing 1D array elements. Outer loop is representing repeating 1D arrays. To display one 1D array, to display the elements of one 1D array, J loop. Like how many 1D arrays I have? 3 1D arrays. To repeat 3 1D arrays, we are using top loop, I for loop. So this for loop is clear to access the 2-dimensional arrays. This already we have seen. I'll just recompile and check this once. Java C lab 234.java. We're getting all of this. Now the same program, I'll just want to change the output format only to 35. Instead of displaying all at different lines, I want to display like this. First array, this is the first array, right? 10, and the same row I want to show 20 and 30. First 1D array I want to show like this. After displaying first 1D array, then I want a new line. Then come here, second 1D array elements, you display in a single line. After displaying one 1D array, come to the next line. Again display the third 1D array, like 70, 80, 90. And then you come to the next line. Same program, same data, same 2D array, but only the output format I want to change. Previously, how we displayed, see, all in different lines. But one 1D array element should come in a one line. So what I do? Now in this case, I should not use println, I think here, right? When I say println, it prints the element, first element 10. Prints the element, and because of ln is there, it comes to the new line. So ln I am taking out. After this prints the one element. Now after ln removed, and again compile and run this. Just ln removed, compile and run this. But all came in a like this, no space. So I want to give a element and tab. So concatenate with the tab plus tab. Okay, but all arrays coming in a same line. After one array, I want to come to new line. So after one array displayed, I want to come to new line. So which code is displaying one array? This inner for loop displaying one array elements, right? After finishing that, so this is, I can say, this task is actually task A, print 1D array elements. This for loop, inner for loop is printing that. After printing elements, B, what I have to do? Print a new line. Print new line. In the outer for loop, I am doing two things. What I am doing in the outer for loop? What I am doing in the outer for loop, guys? In the I loop, I am doing two things. Number one, print the elements of 1D array. Okay, I am printing with here print and tab. Print tab. See, print the elements of 1D array and the new line. So printing elements of 1D array is a task A. Print the new line is a task B. In task A, this for loop is printing elements of 1D array. Printing element tab, printing element tab, coming in a same line. Once the all elements over, whenever the inner for loop is out, terminated, it is again repeating outer. Before repeating the next, I am saying print the new line. So control will come to next line. Then I value becomes the 1. It will take a second array. Second 1D array displays. Again after that coming new line. So we have to see the output like a matrix. So this gives the output like a matrix. See, we got the output like this. So is that clear? Logic is clear, guys? Okay. Now we are using regular for loop. We'll try the enhanced for loop also. We'll try the enhanced for loop. Before going to enhanced for loop, I'll just give you small test for you. 236. What is the length of this array? I'm printing ARR dot the length. Tell me. What is the output of this program? Why error? Abhishek, Ramesh, Samir. Why error? In the 2D array, first dimension is missing, right? 1D array is 0. Which is size? I mentioned a size. You have to say this clearly. Error message you have to explain clearly. In this 2D array, 2 dimensions are there, right? 2 dimensions are there. In this, first dimension is mandatory. First dimension is mandatory. Second is optional. Second, if you want to give no problem. Otherwise, second is optional. But first bracket, first dimension, you refer as a first dimension. These are 2 dimensions, right? 1 dimension, second dimension. First dimension is mandatory. Second dimension is optional. I am writing second optional, no problem. If you want to write second, you write, otherwise leave it. But first dimension is mandatory. You are missing that. So that is the compile time error. This gives the compile time error. Compile it and check once. 236. Compile time error. It may not give the error message properly, but saying as something missing on this. Okay. Next. We have seen 2D array printing in the previous 34 and 35. Printing using the regular for loop. Same we'll try to print using for each loop or enhanced for loop. 237.java. 237. So we have a 2-dimensional array 3 by 3. First array initialized, second array initialized, third array initialized. I want to display the elements using enhanced for loop. So this regular for loop you have seen. Enhanced for loop more easy than this. So first write for loop. Now, what is your 2D array? ARR. 2D array is ARR. For a colon, after colon, what I have to write, guys? ARR I have to write. So from ARR, you will get elements. What elements you will get from ARR? I am storing in X. What elements you will get from ARR? What is ARR, guys, here? ARR is 1D array or 2D array? ARR is 1D array. What ARR contains? ARR is 2D array, am I right? ARR is 2D array. You should not miss the basic points. ARR is 2D array. What a 2D array contains? What a 2D array contains? 2D array contains 1D array, 1D arrays. 2D array contains 1D arrays. So when you are iterating 2D array, what you will get? When you are iterating 2D array, what you will get? Why you are taking this much of time, guys? You have a box of You have a box of mangoes, guys. Box of mangoes are there. When you take one by one, what you will get from this box? Mangoes only, right? You have a 2D array which contains 1D arrays. When you get elements out of 2D array, what you will get? You will get 1D arrays, right? So what should be the X type? My question here is X, the element of 2D array I am getting in X. What should be the X type? X is the 1D array type. So syntax should be like this. Am I right? Am I right, guys? So I'm printing system.out.println of. Can I print X directly? What X contains? Tell me. Can I print X directly? First question. Why no? What X contains? 1D array addresses, right? Let the print 1D arrays. 37. Print 1D arrays first. At least 3 1D arrays has to be displayed, right? See, we got 1D arrays. The brackets you see, one bracket, 1D arrays. But I don't want to print 1D array. I want to access again elements of 1D array. 1D array actually contains elements. So I have tried another for loop for. So what is the array? After colon, what I have to write? After colon, I have to write array. What is array here? X is 1D array. Now X is 1D array. From X, when I get elements, I am storing that in Y. What type of elements will come out of X? What type of elements will come out of X? Here is the integer elements, int Y, because X is a 1D array. 1D array contains elements. Elements, integer elements here. Integer I am storing. You print the Y. Print the 2 for loops are written in 2 brackets. (37). All elements are displayed like this, right? But we want a matrix representation. So I am not disturbing this lab. 37 keep as it is, making as a 38. I want to display the matrix representation. Means one row, one array elements in the one row, second array elements in second row, third array elements third row. What is the inner for loop will do, guys? Inner for loop always does. Suppose first I am printing Y, the element plus the tab. So now the new lines will not come. All will come in a single line. All will come in a single line. I think I change it. I have to compile 238. 238 I have to take. All in one line. But after printing one array, I want a new line. So where you're printing one array, this inner for loop is printing one array. So in this, again, task A is print 1D array elements. After printing 1D array elements, this loop is printing 1D array. Again, it repeats, takes another 1D array, stores in X. That I am printing. Second task, after printing 1D array elements, I have to go to second task is print new line. Print new line. This mechanism will help you for printing the pattern kind of programs. Println, do empty thing. You got this in a matrix representation. So clear how to access 2D arrays? Clear, right? Now, This is a dynamic representation, am I right? Dynamic representation means in this, this is the A. What is A here, guys? Array declaration. The 2D array declaration. And this is the B. What is B? Array creation. And this is all is a C. What is C? What is C? Array initialization. Array initialization. So first we are creating 2D array, declaring 2D array, creating array, and then later we are initializing. So this kind of initialization is called as, can I call it as a dynamic initialization, guys? Can I call it as a dynamic initialization? So first you don't have data with you. First you don't have a data with you. So that in one line you're creating and declaring ready. Later you are collecting user data dynamically one by one and initializing it. Can I do static initialization also? We have done that in a one-dimensional array, right? One-dimensional array, we've done a static initialization. Now we'll do the static initialization for 2D arrays also. 239. Right? 239. Static initialization means you're not using a new operator. You will write this. Remember, one bracket represents one-dimensional array. Suppose you have to represent one array, guys. See, what is this? Assigning 10, 20, 30. Where is assigning 10, 20, 30? For one-dimensional array. Here, if you want to write static way, 10, 20, 30. Is this one array? Is this one array? Yes. Next, second array. Second one-dimensional array. 40, 50, 60. This is second one-dimensional array initialized. Done. Next. Third one-dimensional array. 70, 80, 90. Like this array done, this array done, this array done. 3 arrays I initialized there. These 3 one-dimensional arrays, collection of one-dimensional arrays is the 2D array. So you are going to write 2D array. 2D array means that is also array. In 2D array, what you have to write? 2D array, what you have to write? 1D array, comma, 1D array, comma, 1D array like this, right? 2D array bracket means you have to write. How to write 1D array? This is your 1D array. 1D array, comma, another 1D array, comma, another 1D array. And finally semicolon. Is that clear? Syntax of 2D array? Clear, guys? Syntax of 2D array. Simple. Now, we'll try to print this in a printing. This is printing 2D array using enhanced for loop or for each loop. Same, we'll do that with regular also. For int I equals to 0, I less than arr dot length and I plus plus. Put one separator for this and that. This for loop is to access 2D array. And it will give you each time one 1D array. So you will get a 1D array now. For example, if I print ARR of I, What will be displayed, guys? Error of I. What will be displayed? You will get a 1D arrays. You're printing 1D arrays. But you don't want to print 1D arrays. You want to print 1D array elements. You're getting from 2D array, you're getting one by one element. The element of 2D array is 1D array. To access elements of 1D array, another for loop you're writing. For int j equals to 0, j less than error of I dot length. Error of I means representing one dimensional array dot length plus j plus plus. Right? Error of I represents one dimensional array. Of j represents element of one dimensional array. So I'm printing elements of 2D array. This is static initialization, printing elements of 2D array using a regular for loop, using for each loop, two ways. Some mistake I done, I think. Int I 0 missing. Int I equals to 0 missing. Right? And lab 40 to 40. Same thing with the matrix representation. Given multiple times, just to register in your mind. Print, I want to show in a matrix representation. Print means you display the elements with the tab separation in the single line. And once the one array completed, keep a new line. This gives the same here also. Matrix style of representation. Two styles using enhanced and okay. So I hope we're done with multiple labs. Now we have seen 2D arrays, but as of now we have seen a 2D arrays of equal sizes. M by M we have seen. What is the meaning of M by M? So when I create a 2D array, new int of 3 by 3 we have seen. So call it as a M by M, MM, M3, M3. So that what is the total elements we can store in this? 3 into 3, 9 integer elements we can store in this. Now, can I have M by N? It means int of suppose 3 by 2 I want to give. 3 by 2 I want to give. Yes, you can give. This is called as M by N. Means I have a 3 one-dimensional arrays are there. Size of each one-dimensional array 2 only. Second is fixed means size of all one-dimensional arrays same only. So my question is now, can I have different sizes? Question is, can I have different sizes for 1D arrays in 2D array? So how it is? For example, I am taking one 2D array. Int ARR equals to new int of, I am saying the first size, for example. First size as a 4, second size optional. Second size is optional. So currently what happens? Currently in this line, it will create only the 2D array. ARR, 2-dimensional array and 4 size. 0, 1, 2, 3. This is available here. So what is this? Is it 2D array or 1D array? The red color I am drawing is 2D array or 1D array? 2D array created, right? What's the size of 2D array? Size of 2D array 4. Means it can accommodate 4 1D arrays. Means it can accommodate 4 1D arrays. It can accommodate 4 1D arrays. Because of not specifying the second dimension, it cannot create the 1D arrays. Now I'll create like this, and later I want to create individually the respective arrays. Means individually I want to create 1D arrays and I want to assign to that. For example, error of 0 equal. What is the error of 0 represents? What is the error of 0 represents, guys? It is a 1D array. Can I do like this? Then new int of some 5. Can I do like this? I am creating 1D array. See, this is 1D array only, right? Creating 1D array, 1D array address I am storing in error of 0. Error of 0, I am storing 1D array address. Is that fine? Is this line is okay? Yes, very good. So create a 1D array of 5 size. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Indexing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This address where I am assigning initial values are 0, 0, 0, 0. Here error of 0 I am taking like this. So clear that line. Next. Error of 1 equals to 10, 20, 30. Is this okay? Tell me the second line is okay. Second line is okay, guys. So here what I am doing, is this a one-dimensional array only? Is this one-dimensional array? Is this one-dimensional array? Yes. I am storing that address in error of 1. Valid. So here it will create a one-dimensional array and 3 elements because you are statically initializing 3 elements 10, 20, and 30. Right? Indexes 0, 1, 2. This address I am storing here. Next. Third one. Third, what I'll do, I'll just do another thing. Int x or a temp I am taking. Temp array. This is a one-dimensional array I am taking. One-dimensional array equals to 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. So currently I have an array called temp. In this, one-dimensional address is there. Now what I am doing, error of 2 equals to temp. Can I do like this? Yes, you can also do that, guys. So in this, how many are there? Maybe take 4, 4 only. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and 4. Okay. And last one more array. I am currently that I am giving as empty means it has still null value. So for my question, what is your answer, guys? Can I have a different sizes for a one-dimensional array? Answer is yes, you can have. If you want a different sizes, what to do? First, don't specify the dimension here. If I specify dimension 2 here, what happens? If I specify second dimension 2, what happens, guys? If I specify second dimension 2 there, what happens? Then size of all the one-dimensional arrays is 2 only. If I give as a 3 here, then size of all the one-dimensional arrays is 3 only. Different sizes you can't do. Very good. I think you catch my point. That's what, if you want a different sizes for a one-dimensional array of 2D, first step, don't specify the size for a second dimension. then you will get only 2D array, 1D array will not be created. Then individually you create the 1D arrays with whatever sizes you want. This I am creating size 5, this I am creating size 3, this I am creating size 4. Like this, you individually create 1D arrays with the different sizes, then assign to the 2D array. Is that clear? Is that clear, guys? Do the same lab. 241.java. So first write int arr equals to new int of first dimension only I am writing. Say I am writing first dimension as 3. Okay. Say before this, I have already one dimensional array created, guys. One dimensional array created as something like this. Done with the size 5 already created. 1D array is there, keep it. Now 2D array created, first dimension is given, second dimension is not given. So I have only 2D array created, 1D array is not created. How many 2D arrays? I have facility for creating 3 1D arrays. Let's do that. Error of 0 equals to new int of 6. Next, error of 1 equals to, so I am making something 10, 20, 30, something like this. Error of 2, third 1D array. I am initializing the temp, already have 1D array here. I can do this. So here, so whether I am initializing all 1D arrays or not? Whether I am initializing all 1D arrays? Yes. Explicitly, I am constructing 1D arrays and initializing with the different sizes. My first 1D array with the 0 index size 6. Second 1D array of index 1 is 3 size. Third array with index 2 is pointing temp address, which is size 5. So now, is this my code for printing that 2-dimensional array? Using enhanced for loop, same code, can I use it? Any changes on this? You can use the same code, right? Compile the 241. I think somewhere my syntax gone. This is a class start, method start, okay. Temp array, no problem. This array created, done, done, done. Where I did a mistake? Let me to see the. Oh, see, this is one bracket missing, correct. One bracket missing, giving so many errors. Still there. This is 41 only I am writing, right? Correct only. Int error of 2 brackets equals to new int of first bracket, second bracket, okay. This is fine. Then error of 0 equals to new int of 6, okay. Error of 1 equals to this, okay, okay. See here, when you do this, use the anonymous syntax, guys. Like this you do. This is the one change to do. That use anonymous syntax. It is not anonymous array. See, first 1D array having 6 elements, but not initialized, all zeros. Second with the 3 size, 10, 20, 30. Third is 5 size. Different sizes, you can do that. Here, when you are assigning to the 2D array, 1D array of 2D array, use the new int with the empty and elements. There's a one small change. And like this, you can also go for a static initialization also. When you do static initialization also, you can have a different sizes. For example, so I'm taking array. This is my 2D array, correct? In 2D array, I have to write a 1D arrays. First 1D array, comma. I'm just writing in the new lines for clarity. So is this 2D array? Yes. How many 1D arrays are there? I'm just taking one more. How many 1D arrays are there in this 2D array, guys? 4 1D arrays. Added one, Ramesh. Yeah, 4 1D arrays. And you first one, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, 6 size. And second I have 99, comma 999. 2 size only. And third one, I'm taking 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, something. And fourth, I have something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, something like this. Different sizes. Maybe take up to 8 only otherwise. All with the different sizes you can initialize depending on the data how you have, right? And the printing structure is same. 242. The last lab of 2D arrays. Right? So first has a 6 element, second has a 2 size, next has a 9, next has 8 size only. Different sizes you can do here and there. So clear, guys, about 2-dimensional array. Any doubts on 2-dimensional array? Any doubts in 2-dimensional array? Any doubts in 2-dimensional array? Clear? Very good. So next 3D array, we may not use mostly, but only for syntax purpose. We'll just do basic syntax and basic explanation, some labs. So can you define a 2D array? Can you define a 3D array, guys? Is it array of 2D arrays? And we know 2D array. What is 2D array? Array of 2D arrays, array of 1D arrays. We know what is 1D array also. Array of elements. Array of elements. 1D array. Array of elements. 2D array. Array of elements is 3D array. We can define in two ways. Means 1D array means you're storing elements there only. 2D array storing 1D arrays, 1D array storing elements. 3D array is for storing 2D arrays. Right? Now, we will try to see the case. For example, when to go for this? One small use case. You consider I have one branch at Bangalore. Okay? One branch at Bangalore. Now, in this, I have a batch 1 students. Batch 2, some students are there. Batch 3, some students are there. Batch 1 students, details I want to store. Currently, I am taking the, say, batch 1 student, marks I am storing, guys. Your marks of your exams. Batch 1 student marks I am storing. Suppose one exam only conducted. One exam marks I am storing. Batch 1 exam. Batch 2 marks. batch 3 marks. You tell me, to store the marks, what array I have to take? To store the marks, what array I have to take? To store the marks, what array? 1D array, right? So 1D array. This is for storing marks of one batch. Am I right? Marks of one batch. This is a B1 marks I am storing in one array. B2 marks I am storing in other one-dimensional array. B3 marks I am storing in other one-dimensional array. How many one-dimensional arrays are there? Like this, consider guys, I have a 5 batches only currently. B4 and B5. 5 batches are there. Each batch 100 students are there. What should be the size of 1D array? What should be size of 1D array, guys? 100 students marks. Size of 1D array 100, 100, 100. 100 students marks I have to store. How many batches like that? 5 batches. I want to store 5 batch related student marks. Which array is required? Which array is required? Can I deal with 1D array, 2D array, 3D array? What? 2D array is enough. So tell me the size of 2D array now. How you will make a 2D array? You will make a 2D array as a new int of how many 1D arrays you want? I need a 5 1D arrays. Size of 1D array is 100. Is this 5 into 100? 5 by 10, 5 by 100. So this is for one branch in Bangalore, guys. This is for Bangalore branch. So like this, I have a branch at Hyderabad, branch at Delhi. Then tell me, for a one branch, array of 2D array required because all batches I am storing. Similarly, in Hyderabad also, I have multiple batches and again multiple student marks. So here for a Bangalore, I am making one 2D array. Am I right? For a Bangalore, I am making one 2D array. For Hyderabad, I have to make one 2D array. New int of, say, there also maybe same 5 batches, maybe 100 students, or it can be a different also, no something. Suppose for Delhi, I need to take another 2D array. Another 2D array. It's currently same structure. So how many 2D arrays I have? I have 3 2D arrays. I have 3 2D arrays per branch. And these 3 different 2D arrays, instead of maintaining 3 different 2D arrays, these 3 2D arrays you can manage with 3D array. So you make the 3D array now. Int ARR. So how many brackets required? 3 brackets required. Equals to new int of. Here also 3 brackets required. These 3 brackets you have to understand clearly. Call it as A, B, C. So according to the use case I told, I have a 3 branches. Each branch have 5 batches. Each batch of 100 students. To store the marks of 100 students of all the batches of all the branches. Can you make the numbers here? What will be the A value, B value, C value according to my use case? So what I want to store marks of all the students of all the batches of all the branches. These all should come in a single array. What should be the A value now? Or you start from C. What is C actually? Always C is the size of 1D array. Am I right? C is size of 1D array. So C is 100, I think. Size of 1D array, 100 students, 100 marks I will get. And what is the B? How many 1D arrays you want? How many 1D arrays we are taking per batch? One 1D array. So 5 it is. Next 2D arrays, how many? For branch, I want 2D array. How many branches I have? 3 branches. 3 into 5 into 100. So total how many students I have across all batches, all branches? $1,500 students, right? You're going to store with this single object, you're going to store 1,500 integer elements into the single, you're storing 1,500 elements into the size of this whole array is 1,500 elements you can store in that. Done. So now come back. What is A again? What is A again? What is A here? A. How many 2D arrays required? A represents not a 3D arrays, 2D arrays required. Ramesh. B. How many 1D arrays required? And can you tell the last one? How many elements required in 1D array? Okay. So if I take 3, 3, 3 or 3, 4 and 3, it means what I am telling, I want a 3 2D arrays and 3 2D arrays required. In 2D arrays, you can store 1D arrays. Size of how many 1D arrays? That is 4. Size of each one, 3. Okay. Can you tell how many elements I can store in this? If I create array, what ARR contains finally? What ARR contains, tell me? ARR contains address of 3D array. One 3D array you are taking in this diagram. In this line, you are making one 3D array, guys. That one 3D array address is available in ARR. You are creating one 3D array that contains address ARR contains address of 3D array. In that 3D array, we have 3 2D arrays, and each 2D array contains 4 1D arrays, and each 1D array contains 3 elements. Now, you just quickly calculate the size. How much size? Number of elements I can accommodate in this. How many elements I can accommodate in this? Calculate. Is it 3 into 4, 12 into 3, 36 elements you can store? Very good. 36 elements you can store, guys. Now, what is the memory size? Totally, how much memory will be allocated internally for this? How much memory will be allocated internally for this? Memory allocation. Can you visualize that? Guess? Try. How much Pavani total it comes? Use calculator and do quickly. Tell me the total number. 8 plus 3 into 8 plus 4 into 8 plus 36 into 4. Two not 8. Is that or 272? Two not 8 only coming. Okay. Keep the number there. So let's represent the 3D view of this. It is a bit tough to represent 3D view, but do it. See here, I am writing first int ARR 1 bracket, 2 brackets, 3 brackets equals to new int of, first I am taking 3 just to change the number only instead of all 3 like this. Okay. So first you're declaring 3D array. Memory will be allocated for ARR. So what is the memory allocation for ARR, guys? ARR will be getting memory, 8 bytes. Okay. Now, 3D array contains the address of 3D array. What is the size of 3D array, guys? Size of 3D array. Is the size of 3D array? Size of 3D array is nothing but number of 2D arrays. Am I right? Size of 3D array is 3. Nothing but number of 2D arrays. Yes or no? So the green color I represented is size of 3D array. So these indexes are 0, 1, and 2. This address I am storing here. So can you tell me what is ARR of 0 represents here? What is ARR of 0 represents here? ARR of 0. Which address it contains? 2D array address. Very good. This is containing 2D array address. ARR of 1, also 2D array address. ARR of 2, also 2D array address. So how many 2D arrays I can store? I can store 3 2D arrays. One here, one here, one here. So first 3 clear? Okay, take out this. Now 3D view, you know. In 3D array, next to 4. What is the next to 4, guys? Next to 4 is red color I am taking. The first is green color. Next to keep, I'll draw with the red color itself. So next, I have to create 2D array now. I have to create 2D array address I have to store here. Here it contains 2D array, right? So 2D array means how many 2D array I am constructing. This is my 2D array. What is size of 2D array, please? Size of 2D array 4 means it can store 4 1D arrays, correct? It can store 4 1D arrays. What is this actually? This is containing address here. ARR of 0 can contain 2D array address. This is a 2D array. Red color I drawn is a 2D array. Red color I drawn is 2D array. Okay. How many 2D arrays? 3 2D arrays. Indexing 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So this address here, this address here. What is the red color boxes? 2D arrays. What 2D arrays contains? 1D arrays. You have to construct now 1D arrays. What's the 1D arrays? How many 1D arrays I can store in 2D array? How many 1D arrays I can store in 2D array? How many 1D arrays I can store here in one 2D array? 4 guys. My question is how many 1D arrays I can store in 2D array? This is for what, guys? Red color is a 2D array which can hold a 1D array, right? 1D array size is 2. Blue color I am drawing. This is What is the blue color actually? This is your 1D array. This is your 1D array. How many 1D arrays I can have? 4 1D arrays. What is the size of 1D array? Size of each 1D array is 3 only. Last blue color is 3 only. So size of 1D array is 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2. How many 1D arrays I have? 4 1D arrays. 4 1D arrays, nothing but a size of 2D array, right? 4 1D arrays I can store in 2D array. It means size of 2D array is 4. Now this address I can keep here. Previously we drawn a 2D array, right? The same 2D arrays I am writing multiple 2D arrays now. So this default initialization goes to, I'll keep this in a black color otherwise, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Oh. All zeros this side. So this is one 2D array. Another 2D array required. Again, I have to create one 1D array of size 3. Another 1D array. Overall, in this diagram, how many 1D arrays will be there? Totally, how many 1D arrays will be there? 4 plus 4 plus 4, I think. 12. Very good. Zero, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. All zeros only, right? Internally. Keeping with the default initializations. Is that done? Now calculate memory, guys. Calculate memory. This is the 8. 8 plus the 3D arrays. 3D arrays, 3 are there. 3 into 8 plus, and this is 4. 8 into 4. 3 into 8 into 4, I think. Correct? Because this is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. 4 into 8. 4 into 8. Like this, we have a 3 2D arrays. Plus, these are each one 4. Here 3 into 4. And total 12 1D arrays are there. 12 into 12 into 3 into 4. Check now. I think I'm right. Or we'll do an easy way, guys. Why this much hard calculation? First, you calculate for this 2D array. You take this for 2D array, guys. Calculate for this 2D array. Easy, right? 2D array calculation, you know. Do the calculation for this is one 2D array. Am I right? And this is another 2D array, guys. Am I right? And this is another 2D array. Like we have 3 2D arrays. So this contains one 2D array address. This contains another 2D address. This contains 3 2D arrays are stored in 3D array. 3D array address stored in this. Now calculate for 2D array how much size? First 2D array is this. What is the size of this? This is 8. 8 into 4, correct? 8 into 4 plus, that's for red box. This blue, we have 3 into 4 into 3 sizes, 4, again into 4. What is this? Are you calculating or simply watching? Tell me this. "80 is a size of one 2D array. 80 is size of one 2D array. Now I think you can calculate easily. Tell me. This is the 8 plus these 3 are the 8. 8, 8, 8, 32. 32. This 2D array 80, another 2D array 80, another 2D array 80. 272. I think I told this at the beginning. 272 is the total size. Is that clear? Now, quick questions. What error of ARR contains? What error contains, guys? What error contains? Address of 3D array. Very good. What error of 0 contains? What error of 0 contains? What error of 0 contains? Address of 2D array. Okay. How many 2D arrays are there in this diagram? How many 2D arrays are there? 3 2D arrays are there. Okay. How many 1D arrays are there? 12 1D arrays, guys. 12 1D arrays totally. I have 3 2D arrays. Each 2D array contains 4 1D arrays. 3 2D arrays total contains 12 1D arrays. Total number of elements I can store 12 into 3, 36 elements I can store in this. Total size occupied 272. Okay. Let's do some kind of work. Okay. So I will tell you, I want to put the value somewhere. You have to answer the expression to access that. So here I want to keep the value 1, 1, guys. I want to give the value 1, 1. How to reach that box? Address of that. So this I am erasing temporarily. ARR of first expression, second expression, and third expression equals to, my value is a 1, 1. You tell me this. So where I have to keep 1, 1 in that location? How you will reach that? Important. So from this ARR you are starting. In which row? 2, right? Here it is there. From 2 you come. 2, 0, no. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. From 3 you are going with 0. 2, 3, 0. It is 2, 3, 0. Correct? Next. Like this I will tell you. And here I want to do 22. Tell me. 22. Which location it is? You write the expression like this. 22, guys. It is 2, 2, 2. Okay. Next here I want 3, 3. 3, 3. 2, 1, 0. Very good. And here I want a 4, 4. Do it. Use. Don't sit idly. No, if you sit, if you are not using brain, no use. You have to use the brain. Some people will come simply sit and like they feel coming for marriage, sitting and going like that. No answers. It is 1, 3, 1. Very good. And here 5, 5. 1, 1, 0, 1. Very good. And here 6, 6. 0, 3, 2, 7, 7. Last question. 0, 0, 2. Very good. That's about memory representation, how internal happening. Let's do some labs on this, guys. We're done 242 previous, 243, 243.java. 3D array I want. So 3 boxes here I have to use, 3 brackets. Then new int of, here I'll take a smaller size. 1, 2, 3. I'll take 2 by 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So how many elements I can store in this? Simple one. Now, we have to assign the values. In this, tell me how many 2D arrays are there? How many 2D arrays, guys, in this? 2D arrays, how many? 1D arrays, how many? 2D arrays, 2. 1D arrays, 2. And elements of size of 1D is also 2. Let's assign. We'll take the first 1D array. How to represent first 1D array? Tell me. Who will contain first 1D array address? Sorry, who will contain first 2D array address? There are 2 2D arrays. So tell me the first 2D array and second 2D array. First 2D array and second 2D array. Who contains the first 2D array address? Is it ARR of 0? Who contains second 2D array? ARR of 1. Right? Okay. So ARR of 0 contains the first 2D array address. Under this 2D array, you have 1D arrays. 1D arrays again 2 are there. What is ARR of 0 and 0? What is ARR of 0 and 1? What are these two? Can you tell? This is one 1D array. This is another 1D array. Am I right? ARR of 0, 0 containing address of 1D array. 0, 1 containing address of another 1D array. Because a 2D array contains 2 1D arrays. Right? These two 2D arrays are in 3D array. Now, in this 1D array, how many elements are there? In this 1D array, how many elements are there? 2 elements. Tell me the notations to access the 2 elements of this 1D array. Tell me the notations to access 2 elements of 1D array. ARR of 0, 0 fixed, right? 0, 0. ARR of 0, 0 fixed. That is representing the 2 elements you are accessing 0, 1. Am I right? And here, ARR of 0, 1 is fixed. ARR of 0, 1 represents second 1D array. To access the elements, just at the end you write 0 and 1. Notation is clear? Let me do initialize this first. ARR of 0, 0 and 0 equals to, for example, 10. These two, this is one 1D array, correct? Next, second 1D array. No, 1. This is second 1D array. And 30, 40 I am storing. Can you tell me, guys, the 2D array, first 2D array is initialized fully here, yes or no? First 2D array initialized or not with this? First 2D array is initialized, am I right? Second 2D array you have to go. In second 2D array, what to do? Second 2D array is this. It contains again two 1D arrays. Error of 1, 0. Error of 1, 1. This contains, this is one 1D array, this is another 1D array. Again, it has the two elements, it has the two elements. 4 more elements. I'll just write quickly on this. This is 1 and 1. 1 and 1. First is the 1. Again here for this 1, 0, 1. And this is 0 only. This is the 1 and 1. Check whether I am right or wrong, please tell me. Check whether right or wrong, tell me, guys. Okay. So I'm printing this using the enhanced for loop. This enhanced for loop only, right? Yes. But I think 3 dimensions, we need a 3 for loops. Am I right? 3 dimensions, we need a 3 for loops. Let's start this. First ARR. When you take element from ARR, what will come? What type of element will come out of 3D array? What type of element will come out of 3D array? 2D array. So when I am storing the element in X, what should be the type of X? Type of X should be 2D array. Am I right? Very good. So now I am iterating from X. When X is a 2D array, when I take the elements out of X, which is 2D array, you will get elements. What type of elements will come out of X, which is 2D array? You will get 1D array. Now, Y should be the 1D array box. Now, again, 1D array means you have to write colon Y. So, Y is a 1D array. When I get elements out of 1D array, what I'll get? Elements here, 1D array means the finally, whether your integer elements are string elements or double elements, Z I am taking, Z is of type integer. Is this clear now? You print the Z and the new line. So this Z for loop is for printing 1D array elements. After printing 1D array, I am making the new line. Now after printing 2D array, I'll make a line separation one more because we have a 2D arrays on this. One 2D array I'll display, second 2D array I'll display like this. Just print this 243. It has a 2D arrays. See, this is one 2D array, which has a two 1D arrays, 10, 20, one 1D array, 30, 40, one 1D array. After that, I have a line separator, another 1D array I return. Clear? You can increase numbers to practice. Fine, 243 done. 244, same guys. Nothing change in the top code. I'll make this using the regular for loop. Okay? Regular for loop means where you have to start. Int I equals to 0, I less than ARR dot length, and I plus plus. Next, J loop for int J equals to 0, J less than ARR of I dot length, and j plus plus. We need one more also. For int k equals to 0, k less than ARR of I and j. Because ARR of ij only contains the address of 1D array. And k plus plus. So here we have to get it as ARR of I comma j comma k. Remaining this structure goes the same. Concept should be clear, guys. When you go to programming, concept should be clear. Without concept, don't try to by heart the programs. Programs, you should make it super clear. Where is the mistake done? This is ARR of ij dot length is missing. Bad operand. See, wrong done. Okay? Done. Same thing with regular also, how to do it. 43 and 44. So 43 again I am using here. Can I go for a static initialization also here? Can I do static initialization also, guys? Possible, right? Whatever array, static initialization is a common thing. Just I'll show one static initialization. Same thing, I'll do static initialization. So here, how many 1D arrays are there? This bracket represents 3D array. Am I right? This big bracket represents 3D array. In this bracket I am taking as a 2D array. This is 2D array. In 2D array, again 1D arrays. This is one 1D array, 10, 20, 30, guys. This is one 1D array. Okay? Comma. What I'll do? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. This is one 1D array. Comma. 70, 80, 90. So is this a 2D array, guys? Bracket missing. Is this a 2D array? See this? Is this 2D array? Array of 3 1D arrays. Like this, I am taking one more. Just changing easy numbers like this. This is another 2D array, right? This is another 2D array I am taking. How many 2D arrays are there? This is 3 by 3, I think, right? 3, 3, 3, 3 by 3 by 3. 27 elements it looks. Just printing using regular only. This is 240. Actually, 245 it is. Instead of copy, I did say it's 245 as per the booklet, guys. There may be small changes here and there. Maybe sometimes the values may change. Let it be. This is one 2D array, one matrix, another matrix, another matrix. These three 2D arrays addresses are there in 3D array. And if you take one 2D array, one 2D array contains three 1D array addresses. This is one 1D array, another 1D array. Totally, how many 1D arrays are there? 9 1D arrays are there. 9 1D arrays. So, one 1D array stores 3 elements. 9 into 3, 27 elements you can store in this. Okay, guys. Next, the last of this 3D array example, 246.java. Very simple, I'll ask. New int of 1, 2, 3, 3 brackets. Tell me what happens. Tell me what happens, guys. You can easily guess. Why error, Pavani? Which error, which size is represented? Which is mandatory in this? Which can be the mandatory in this? Terminology important. Use the dimensions, guys. Size, okay. Dimensions. Let me to compile first, then we'll do experiments on this. 246. It is giving, telling array dimension missing. See, array dimension is missing. Okay. As of your guess, array dimension missing. Okay. Now, which can be the mandatory guess? Suppose, can I give only the first three and try? First three is compiled. First dimension only missing, mandatory. First dimension only mandatory, guys. Either in 2D or a 3D or 4D, whatever. First dimension, one dimension mandatory. Remaining two are optional. Clear, Joshit? Only one is a mandatory. When there is single dimension only, the single is mandatory. Okay? When there are two dimensions, this is mandatory, second is optional. When there are three dimensions also, first is mandatory, this is required, these are optional. Clear? That's the 3D array. Okay, guys, that's the end of arrays. We're done 1D, 2D, and 3D arrays. Done. Next is in arrays, relevant topic is there regarding arrays. See the command line argument here. This, what is the parameter of main method? Parameter of main method, you see. What is that? It is a string array, right? String array, am I right? Is that string array or not? Now you know arrays. Previously we don't know about arrays. Now you know arrays. This is string array. 1D array or 2D array? This is a 1D array, 2D array, guys. This is a 1D string array. Very good. You know about 1D string array. Also discussed. I shown you representation, right? Fine. The main goal of this is to pass the command line arguments. For example, when you run the program, how you are running this program? You are running this program as Java space lab 246. While running, you can pass the values. For example, hello, JLC, 123. So these are the, when you're running the program at command line, like this, you can pass the string values. This is a one string, this is second string, this is third string. These three strings, internally JVM will pack into the array. This array will pass to the main. In the main method, you can access these three values. These are called as CLA, command line arguments. So we will see next session. We will understand about CLA, command line arguments, how JVM internally doing all this, how it is collecting, passing. That we'll see in the command line arguments, guys. So with the next session, command line arguments, our arrays will be completed. Okay? We'll do that in the next session.